Uh, are you named after anybody? How'd you get your name?
Of course, the grandmothers. But I broke the tradition with my daughter because
Uh-oh.
both my mother and George's mother, they have really ugly names. And so I said, I'm not naming my daughter after with these names. I don't want her to go to elementary school and the other kids make fun of her. I'm not doing that to her. And I said to the both grandmothers, it's all personal. I'm not taking any of your names. So there is this crazy afternoon at the office, 20 years ago. We are at the office Friday afternoon. I baptized my daughter on Sunday. Our friends are coming. It's a 2-day party. It's really nice. But Friday afternoon, I'm still with a group at the office, and we're like, how should I name it? How should I name her? Like we are brainstorming around the name, 2 days before the baptism, like not even a day and a half.
That's fantastic. That's that's such a Greek story. I love it. That's such oh, that's brilliant.
The blue and white, the Aegean, the hospitality, the people, the energy of the place, those things are unparalleled. You have not seen Greece if you did not go to a panegyri. And panegyri is those, local, just for your audience, local festivities that happen mostly in the summer on the islands. They're outdoor. You just go there and you become part of a big, group that you all dance together and you all eat together with traditional music. That is amazing, I think. My leadership style is that I am really empowering. I want the vision to be super clear. I feel responsible to make it very clear. But then I will not micromanage and I will tolerate mistakes. Okay, if we're going down a disaster, I will have to interfere, but I will tolerate more learnings and mistakes because I think that at the end of the day, when people are empowered and they have this sense of ownership, they excel. When it comes to product, I know it inside out, and I really don't understand how some other founders can live with the stress of not having made their own products, like not really knowing 100% what's in there. For me, I know 100% what's in there, all the processes to make it. I can even tell you the names of the farmers that cultivated those ingredients. I know it inside out, and that makes me feel safe, so I can talk about it. At the same time, those magical ingredients, like Greece has a phenomenal flora, like thousands of hundreds of endemic herbs. I do not consider this to belong to Greece alone. Those, like when you have Germany, they only have 12 endemic herbs. The UK, they have 20. And for us, for the island of Crete, you have 500. I do not consider that to belong to Crete or to Greece. I consider that to be the treasure of the world. And being in Greece, we have an obligation to preserve that, because those ingredients are inspiration for medicine, for treatments, for anything out there, and that should be part of what the world has access to. The reason why we have this phenomenal flora is because of the diversity of the land. But that same situation makes it so hard to live and survive. Like you can be in a very remote place up on the mountain. You can be, isolated by the snow. You can be on an island. You can be like on a very dry place. There is this crazy biodiversity in the landscape, and some remote places really have no other income, and people will have to leave and go to the city to find a job. So, but those people, for generations, they have this unique knowledge of how to cultivate and harvest those powerful ingredients. So what we try to do is give them income. And that has been a very complicated choice, because it would be much easier for us to buy a farm and cultivate everything we need on our own. That will be, so much more cost efficient, no complexity there. But instead of doing that, we said, okay, no, we have to go to the remote places and work with those families. We have more than 1,000 families now working with us, because those places, those ingredients will not survive if we do not preserve them there. It's really, I think I've lived 10 lives just because of, founding the company and going through all those stages and meeting so many amazing people down the road, and really building a big family, because our team is, there are people that have been with us from the beginning, and we all grew up together, and we were all like, free birds, no obligations. Then we had families, blah blah blah, and being able to go through this is amazing. I will never forget the night, because my son is the first one, when he got accepted at Duke. That those results were published at US time. For us, it was 4 a.m. in the morning. Of course, we were not sleeping, but at some point when this came through, he was like, "Oh my God, accepted." I'm like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you 100% sure?" Like, okay. And then, the whole night, of course, we didn't sleep, and I was so emotional. I went to the office the next day with big treats for everyone, and I wrote a note like, "Guys," and everybody came and hugged me, and because they went through this whole thing with me, really. I will never forget that moment.
Out in the world, talk to me about plant hunting.
Plant hunting is something that you have to do when you live in Greece, because like we said, there is more than 6,000 different herbs, 1,500 endemic, unique. So you need to always be out there and look for ingredients that you don't know. Nobody knows all of them. So we wanted to go out there and discover those ingredients. But it is really the mission of discovering that endless treasure that nobody really knows everything about. And through that, plant hunting, and primary research, activities, we have launched 7 totally new ingredients in the World Inky Directory, in the beauty world. Like black pine and white pine are our discoveries. So it is called the Korres white pine extract in the World Inky Directory. So that's why you do it, because you discover those ingredients are super powerful. They have been there for millennia.
So, Santorini, like how does your mind work around making sure you kind of fill your soul up with that, that Greece time? How does that look?
I feel I know you for years. Like, I think you feel it. You feel the same way. That's why you ask me those questions.